All right, we just got the call. The chicks are here, so let's run to the post office and pick them up. Oh, man. Broke my glasses. Cold out here this morning. I think we're in the mid-20s this morning. Morning, babes. Oh, you hush. See if the old Ford will start this morning. It's awful cold. The beast lives. Do let it warm up for just a minute before we start moving. All right, we got them. I'm gonna tell y'all, there is nothing like living in a small rural community. That was my postman, or my mailman. That's the man that brings me my mail. Nicest fellow you'd ever want to meet. He had done checked him. He said, man, everybody looks good. You only got one dead. We stood around and talked. He's also a coyote hunter. And if you saw the last video, you know why we need a coyote hunter. He's willing to come up to the house and set up and see if he can't plug a coyote or two. But it's nice living in a small town where you know folks know you can build relationships with people. People are interested in you being successful and you're interested in them being successful. I mean, it's just there's nothing like it. Just nothing like it. So let's get these babies home and get them in them brooders and get them off to a good start. All right, baby chicks. So like I said on the last video, we have decided to go with just using these two smaller brooders as opposed to trying to break them up into 4 different brooders. I think that's going to work out a whole lot better. Oh, baby chicks, baby chicks. Let's get them started here. There's one. They're cold. 2, 3. All right, y'all. They are massively cold. See how they're huddling under that lamp? So we're gonna get a tarp over this thing real quick so we can keep some heat in this thing and see if that'll help them. All right, we got them in. They're cold, so I think right now the only thing to do is we got them in the brooders. We got the lamps on. I put tarps over the top. Heat rises. You know, these things have got screen tops, so that should help to hold some heat in. Y'all, now it's just time and prayers, and let's see how they do. Make sure we've not made too big of a mistake on this. Right. Sophie, let's go, babe. Come on. Jump in. Good girl. Hello, piggies. Hello, piggies. That boar's looking nice. We're gonna process him, but man, he's looking good. Then we got these other 2 feeders right here, and then our big 3 mamas. Man, don't y'all look good? Look at y'all growing. Big fat pigs. Oh. All right, you gotta be quick. They'll get you. And when I say get you, I mean they'll muddy you. They'll muddy you up. They'll rub their nose or their bodies against you. And no such thing as clean clothes on a farm. That's a myth. All right, girls. And y'all, I think, watch out. I think our 3 sows may be great with Piglet. They are showing some wives' tale signs of pregnancy. Their vulvas are upturned, and our teats are starting to develop a little bit on these. So I think Big Red may be first right there. We'll see. So one of our wintertime challenges around here is the water freezing at night. And that hose has still got some ice in it. But we try to unplug our water at night to keep it from freezing. There we go. I'm afraid this line's still got ice in it. We're not going to get water to the chickens. Let's go check them and see. Nope, not flowing yet. Stupid geese. Moved these guys yesterday in a dry spot. Looks like it's working pretty good. Got plenty of feed there, plenty of feed there. Man, these chickens are looking great. These are our barred rocks, buff Orpingtons, Easter eggers, and Aconas. There's one of the older guys over here checking out. Oh man, ain't you a pretty chicken? Didn't get out here early enough to open them up, but they look like they made their way in. Close their nest boxes up at night so the chickens can't sleep in there. They don't poo in there, and look at there. Clean eggs. Got a little poo on it, but not caked. Pretty clean eggs. How's y'all's feed situation? Plenty. Plenty. All right. Freshened up our nest boxes yesterday with some shavings. Everybody's looking good. It's been a couple hours since we brought those new chicks in. Let's go check on them, see how they're doing. It's been about 3 hours now since we put the chicks in the brooder and put tarps on, and I have just left them alone for a couple hours to see how they're going to do and let them warm up. So I hear chirping. That's good. Let's see what we got. And y'all, like any good redneck, I got some tires just laying around. Hello, babies. How are y'all doing? Okay. Hello, babies. How are y'all doing? Okay. In the interest of full disclosure, I had 3 dead. But I had 3 when they came out of the box. They were acting like they were really chilled, injured, sick, or something. So I'm not surprised. Everybody else is looking fantastic. I mean, we are up, we're active. We got a few that's staying close to the light over here. Some staying close to the light over here, but there's a fair number that's out of the light. Now that's the thing about your brooders, is you want gradations of heat. So right here under the lamp is where it's the warmest. As they move out, it gets cooler. So these chicks will regulate their body temperature based on where they're at in relation to the light. So they need to have some cooler areas to get away from that light if they start to get too warm. So this is their first brooder, looks good. Second one over here, same thing. We've got some chicks drinking, we've got some chicks feeding, we've got some under the light, we've got some that are out of the light. This little guy right here, what are you doing? Oh, you're just napping. Got one napping right there. I don't know. We'll see how he does. But overall, everybody's looking good. Now the trick, I think, is going to be, so that drinker's sitting level. I think we just need to cover them and just leave them alone and let them settle in and get used to their new surroundings. But out of 101, 3 dead, I'm pretty happy with that, considering the cold. So I think we're off to a good start. So I talked about this on a couple of videos ago about starting chickens this time of year in the dead of winter. I wouldn't recommend it, especially this number. Now, if you want to do 4 or 5 egg chickens and you're just getting started, that's probably going to be okay. Just keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of maintenance on this time of year. You're going to have to make sure that the lights stay on. Sandra and I were talking about that a little while ago. We need to get some kind of monitoring system so that we can tell if the power goes off out here or if that ground fault circuit, which is what some of these are on, if it pops, we need to know that. But you got to keep them warm. You got to make sure that your water's not freezing up. You know, I was talking about cold weather and water there a few minutes ago. So if the water out here freezes up, because we're getting drinkers filled off of a yard hydrant here. If that freezes up, how can we get water out here? We've got to plan for that, and then making sure that they keep food on them and that they stay warm. So just know if you're going to start chicks in the dead of winter, you've got to have the infrastructure, be prepared and ready to manage your environmental issues. There's some ice frozen on that tarp. Okay, restock the wood rack. I think I'm going to have to start being a little bit more judicious on when I build a fire up here. I like having a fire in the shop, but as y'all saw whenever I was loading that up out there, my wood stack out behind the shop is getting, for this year that's dry, is getting kind of thin. Now I've got a bunch lined up for next year, and we've still got more to cut and split, and we'll probably be buying some more to cut and split because we got this baby right here. This is our rugged made 37-ton splitter, which we really enjoy. So I just need to get some more rounds cut and get up here and get it split. But for this year, I like having a fire in the shop, but I may have to start cutting back and not building one as regular, but just making sure that I've got one at night whenever it's going to be really cold, whenever Sophie, Maggie, and Reuben and Angel, we don't want Angel in here, but if Angel ends up in here, so that the dogs have got a fire and they've got a little bit of heat. I try to have a fire if it looks like it's going to be less than 30 degrees. They're in the shop out of the wind, but I just feel better having a fire for the dogs so that they've got a little bit of warmth. Glad to get the chicks. They look like they're doing really good. I think they're going to be fine. The next couple days, those chicks are going to be a little fragile for about a week or so, so we've got to work to make sure that we keep water, heat, light, food, all that kind of thing on them. But, you know, like I said in the past, we've got the experience to do that. I think we should be okay, barring any major problems. So, I think that's going to do it. Like we always say, please keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families, and we'll see you on the next video.